at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you corner a scared animal, they attack. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what it is right now. We're scared. We're scared, and we shouldn't have to be. It's not fair to blacks or minorities in general. It's really not. It's really not. I wish people realize all the racism before their eyes instead of brushing it under the rug all the time. Exactly. The problem is that there needs to be, these things need to be talked about and worked on all the time. Not just when somebody's killed. Because imagine how many people are probably killed that don't make it on social media. You know what I'm saying? How many stories don't get recorded or end up going viral? That's the only time we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I know that, like, people need to be working. We all need to, because I'm not perfect either. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all need to figure out how we can be working towards more, like, equality on a regular basis by having conversations like this, not raging out, not like doing things that are just going to almost solidify their opinion of us. You know what I'm saying? Because when we do ignorant things, they're just like, oh, see, this is why we feel the way that we feel. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing it, like, think about it, like the people who really made the most changes in America, like Martin Luther King and the Black Panthers and all of them, like, they were very calculated about everything that they did. And that was in a time, imagine the amount of bravery that it took back then, because right now things are bad, but they're nowhere near as bad as it used to be, when literally just sitting in a diner that was a whites only diner was enough reason for a cop or any white person at that to drag you out and beat the mess out of you, and you're lucky if you get that and they don't kill you. And no one blinked an eye, because it was so normal then. It wasn't illegal. We had no human rights. You know what I'm saying? So think about how much bravery and just organization too it took for them to make the type of impact that they did. I think that right there is what needs to happen now. Not the rioting and all this other stuff. Of course, Martin Luther King had like peaceful riots, and I need to do more research on like history and stuff, but I know that some of the riots got like physical. You know what I'm saying? Some of them were a little destructive, but most of them were supposed to be peaceful. You know what I'm saying? When we're over here just burning down buildings and looting and stealing and shit, what that is just energy being misplaced. Instead of turning that fuel and that energy into anger and being destructive, let's turn that fuel and anger into something that is going to actually make a change. Because you burning down this corporate building or stealing from Target, what are they going to do? These are multi-million dollar, if not billion-dollar companies that are just going to rebuild. That doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to make a real change. But at the same time, I do 100% understand that it's just misplaced energy, so I don't blame people. But I think like some organizations need to be started. Like, where's our Martin Luther Kings? You know what I'm saying? We need that. That's what we need to make real changes in like the legislation and stuff like that, so that there's it's a black and white rule, a black and white law. If you kill somebody who does not have a weapon, it doesn't matter, even if they're trying to fist fight you, if you kill them, period, you're going to jail. There's no questions asked. Like, the problem is, I'm trying to read people's comments. I'm just ranting right now. The problem is y'all comments right now. No, look, the problem is that these cops, and even it's not even just the cops, because you said like that story not long ago, the other day, about the man running and getting killed, shot at by random ass people. Like people need to be afraid. Racist people need to be afraid to do those things. Cops, racist or not, even if they're just scared, they need to be afraid for their lives to accidentally or whatever kill somebody because they're arresting them. Like, that's not your job. Is to protect us. Your job is not to arrest and kill us. Let's not overlook the majority who are peacefully protesting. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like I've read a lot of this. I read a lot of these opinions too. Let me tell you this. All right, y'all tell me your opinion. But I've read that there are a lot of peaceful protests going on. And then there's literally like people, racist people, who basically go undercover as protesters and turn things violent in order to make that peaceful protest look bad. Look, I would not be surprised. It just seems like something that would happen. Like that one lady who was pretending to be in a wheelchair and was stabbing people. I was baffled. What do y'all think, though? Do you think that happens? Do you think that sometimes it's undercover, like, racist people going into these peaceful protests and turning them ugly to try to make it look like our point is something different? You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Marin. She says she's proud of me for speaking up. You saw a man playing gunshots off his phone? Aww. Hi, guys. Say hi, Harmony. Look. Un besito. Un besito. Thank you. She said bye. 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 I was just talking to them about what we were talking about earlier. Really? Like, yeah. I didn't even get on here to necessarily talk about that exactly, but
yeah, it's a big topic. We couldn't stop talking about it earlier.
It's crazy.
Okay, fine. Jeez. She was like, we're gonna go see Dada. All right, fun. Love you guys.
All right. So, what y'all think? The government been plotting against black people for years. It's a shame. Undercover racists smiling in our face each day. Bruh, me and my brother were just talking about that. Talking about how racist people are not always extremists. They're not always dressed in KKK robes. They're not always out just killing black people. A lot of racist people just are the people who don't care about black lives. The people who think that black lives are less important. You know what I'm saying? The people who have all these judgments and stereotypes for black people in general. It's kind of scary because you don't know who you might be interacting with, who low-key might be racist, who isn't going to say anything about these matters. I mean, if you don't say anything about these matters, it doesn't mean that you're racist. I'm not saying that. But it does mean that you're not doing something as a human being that you should probably do, which is fight for life in general. You know what I'm saying? If you see something that is wrong, it's wrong, period. I don't care if you're yellow, blue, red, green. If you're getting arrested and you're not fighting back and their knee is in your neck and you can't breathe, and you're telling them that you can't breathe, somebody needs to step in and say something. I don't care if they look like you or they don't. What is wrong is wrong. What is right, period. So the fact that some people feel comfortable with being completely silent about these issues, I just don't understand that. It's like, do you not have compassion for life? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, if you don't say anything about these problems, then you're taking their side, period. I don't necessarily believe that. I don't think that not saying anything at all is taking their side. I think not saying anything at all is not having appreciation for life. You know what I'm saying? Is not, you're almost delusional if you're not saying something. You're caught up in the shit that, sorry, I'm not trying to cuss, I'm just getting passionate. You're getting cussed, or you're getting trapped up and wrapped up in the stuff that doesn't matter. You're getting wrapped up in the daily, I'm trying to look cool for Instagram crap. Oh, or the daily, like, none of this stuff really matters. It doesn't matter, because at the end of this all, like social media, I mean, at any minute they could take this away from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could shut it down. This isn't the stuff that matters. What matters is protecting ourselves. What matters is protecting the people that we love, and protecting our friends, whether they look like us or not. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that there's not injustices, because people are so blind and naive to think, like, okay, if they'll just easily go and kill somebody for the color of their skin, do you think that you may not have your rights taken away in some way? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of your skin color, if America is going down the drain like that people are just getting killed, and you are not, there's nothing happening to the people that are doing the killings, do you not think that they could just do literally whatever else they want? Because killing is the ultimate crime. That's the worst thing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's something that I'm reading comments. There isn't enough evidence. No. They said there's not enough evidence to charge this person, and I feel like if you're able to record it, you were able to get info on the person in the wrong. Like, you have never heard that person with the recording went to court as a witness. And where'd my little filter go? My filter was cute. There we are. Oh, why does it look darker now? Whatever. All right. That was in the video. Do it. I know. I feel it, bro. Like, we're all so hurt right now. Blacks and mixed, they don't care. Me and my homeboy Quincy got pulled over by an aggressive cop. Not a good experience, y'all. They are killing us to decide. Yeah. Yeah. This is crazy. I'm reading all of your comments. Yeah. It's literally crazy what's going on out here, y'all. I just felt like I should get on and talk to you guys a little bit about all of this stuff, because I want to uplift your, vibrations a little bit. I don't want to just focus on the hurt and the pain, and that's why I started off with talking about what we can do to cope with these emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because I woke up feeling, I went on social media and immediately scrolling and seeing all of the pain, and like, I thought about it, and I was like, I wonder if people don't even know how to cope with this stuff right now. Some people are just getting so overwhelmed, So it's important to kind of unplug sometimes, do some self-care, you know what I'm saying? Spend time with family, tell people that you love them, freaking go take a long shower and, I don't know, do a face mask, you know what I mean? Like, write in your journal, talk about the way that you feel and the things that you can do. You know, I wonder what the world would be if everything was perfect. Let me ask y'all something, because I'm seeing a lot of, don't tie a noose around my neck and then tell me to hang in there. Dang, that's deep. That's deep. What do y'all think? Because I think this is an important discussion to have, because we always talk about everything that's going on when injustices happen, but we never talk about, and we always get mad at the person recording, right? We always get so angry at the person who records it, and I've been there too, getting angry at the person who just recorded, but we also don't talk about what to do in that situation. What do we do in a situation when you're scared and you see an injustice happening? How do you step in without getting killed? Because 2 dead people isn't going to do anyone any good. And especially if it's 2 dead people and you were the one recording, and now your evidence is no good because you're dead. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's important for us to talk about what to do in a situation like that. What's an educated thing to do, not just out of emotion, not tackling a cop or something like that. Because if this cop is a racist person and you are black, white, it don't matter really, because a white person might step in and tackle this cop, but regardless, if you put your hands on the cop, that is literally going to give them every right in their mind to fucking, you know what I'm saying, kill you or whatever the case may be. So what do we do? Let's have some productive conversation about that. Y'all comment below, what do you think is a good way to step in safely, help somebody without killing yourself too? You know what I'm saying? There's no way to step in without getting physical. I don't believe that. I think there is a way. That's why I'm trying to talk about it. It seems impossible to do anything. That's a tough situation right there, right? I have been in situations with cops 5 times in my life where I scared the life out of me. Jump in and stop it anyway. Okay, but how? How do you jump in and stop it? That's what I'm asking. How do you jump in and stop it? As soon as you're not educated, that's when you fail. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying we need to talk about it. Everyone has so many comments and is so opinionated on the people who don't do enough. Let's prepare ourselves, because I want to know, if I'm in that situation, what to do. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to know, if you're in that situation, what to do to protect the person who's being wronged and protect yourself. Like I said, 2 dead people aren't going to do any good. It's not going to do any good, because at least if you're alive, you can talk about what happened. So I feel like more needs to be done than just recording, for sure. But what else? What else can we do? We all should work together and build a community that never been built before. At this point, I really don't think there's anything we can do. That's so sad. De-escalation. Legit. De-escalation. Then you need to control your emotions. Is a difficult thing to consider, because the easiest options or actions are often thought about after the fact. Exactly, but right now is after the fact. It's after the fact right now. So let's think about this and try to come up with something before it happens again. So if anyone in this chat right now is around some type of injustice, or even in a situation like that yourself, God forbid any of us are ever in that situation where somebody's fucking killing you, bro. Sorry, I'm really not trying to cuss right now, but this is just, it's terrifying. Just because the law is there doesn't mean you can't still call and inform more of what's going on. Tell them what the employee's doing wrong. That's true. The police will be telling you to back up and move and threaten you, so people are scared to even jump in and help. Exactly. You have to stay calm and state your rights. Reassure the person to stay calm, state your rights, and know your rights. Protesting doesn't help. We need to unite and stand up, raise our voices. So I can lie. When I first saw the video, I became all angry. All I kept saying is that I would rather get hurt just to help him keep breathing. And I admit I don't know the answer. Dang, I feel like there's so many people saying that they just wouldn't know what to do. It might not be a way to step in safely, but you stepping in is enough. We can't control these pigs. Black ownership educators our own hope. Educate yourself. Yeah, but we need people. I don't want to see more people dying. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, more people dying is not a solution. Giving them a reason to kill us is not a solution. It's not. Someone said that we'll either tackle the cop or run. It's the sad truth. We can speculate as much as you want, but at the end of that, your instinct is fight or flight. But y'all do understand that fight doesn't always mean physically fight, right? Because fight or flight, you could, if you have some type of logic behind the fight, and it's not just brute force, like attacking, it could literally help more. Like, I swear, I was even thinking, I'm like, what would I do? Like, what could you do where it's like using some type of sense, where it's not just like trying to attack or whatever. And I was like, yo, I would lie like I was somebody with some type of credentials. Like, I swear to God, like, tell them you're a doctor. Listen, I'm a doctor, and I can see what you're doing right now is you're going to kill this person. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that would work at the end of the day, but if you're maybe that one calm person there, making giving this person, this police officer advice, or being like, look, you're also recording too, and you're like, look, I'm a doctor. Like, if you continue doing what you're doing, you're going to kill this person. I'm telling you this right now. So you are literally logically doing this to kill this person at the end of the day. Or I don't know, like, I don't even know if that would work, but I'm just trying to think, like, maybe they would listen to somebody who seemed like somebody important to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't know. This situation scares me. They won't care about your credentials. I'm gonna fight back. I'm not gonna just let them hit. And there's no reason. There was a white nurse saying that. Oh my God, are you serious? There was a white nurse saying that they were killing him. They didn't get up. Yeah, they need to check their cops. They should put 2 cops on duty, a black, a white cop, just in case. This is literally pissing me off. You're right. Yeah, dang, girl, our credentials don't mean anything to them. I've never seen a black cop around when this stuff is happening. With some cops, some just don't care to hear anything. The system originated, the nation was designed against us from the very start. They're jealous of black success, so why do they care about the doctor's life? Yeah. Nope, a lawyer was recording a cop in San Diego today using too much force, and the cop didn't bat an eye. Malcolm X, by any means necessary. Fuck it, we need all black government. Dang. Yeah, I think we need to brainstorm on more ideas, because I didn't even know that there was a doctor there saying shit is disgusting. But it's sad that we don't know what to do when this stuff is happening. It is sad. We need to know what to do, bro. All right, y'all. Let's talk about how to cope. We need to brainstorm some more. Obviously, because I don't think any of us in here have any like real answers. And there's 1,300 people in here right now, so I can only imagine how confused the whole like community is. You know what I'm saying? If 1,300 people don't have answers. So let's talk about coping mechanisms.